in essence, UJI is a career development platform for young employees. We help them to develop the fundamental skills to thrive in the modern work through a gamified experience.
When you first started working with the Hive, what challenges were you experiencing that made you turn to the Hive for staff sharing support?
We actually got to bring someone into the team for a period of time, which was Ben, through staff sharing, through the Hive staff sharing. And it actually worked really, really well. So we were very happy for the period in which we had Ben in the company. And I mean, for me, it's just a no-brainer, really. Like it really works super well in the sense that if you have someone in your team that you don't necessarily will be using his full capacity, why not lend him out to another company? Or if you need someone during a period of time which doesn't have to be a full-time employee, why not borrow it from another company? So I quite fancy this approach. I think it's very efficient for a startup like UJI, for example. And usually you actually get to bring in people that have skill sets that you wouldn't necessarily be able to bring into your team if you were to hire a full-time employee, because they would be a lot more expensive. And I think that's just basically where we were at the time, and where we plan to be as well in the near future. So we could even already foresee us having other people coming in through the staff sharing element of the Hive very, very soon.
What would you say the result has been of staff sharing, I guess specifically having Ben join your team? What would you say the result has been for UJI?
So for us, it was very simple and efficient, because in essence, he came in at a time in which we needed someone that would be doing that sort of role in the team. When his contract ended, it was basically like, okay, we don't need that person anymore. So that's good. And we didn't have to like make anyone redundant. We didn't have to fire anyone. So it was just like bringing someone in to fill in a gap, which was basically very, very urgent and fundamental at that stage. But then when basically we got what we wanted out of that, it just like phased out like naturally, and that helped us quite a lot in terms of productivity for that specific role. I really believe that it's definitely something that no matter what size of company can actually like reap out the benefits of, you know, like I think it's very important to think it this way. It helps in terms of like easily having access to talent. It helps in terms of bringing that talent into the business in a very streamlined manner. And also, as I mentioned, like the work tends to be like super simple all the way from the beginning to the end. You know, it just, as I've mentioned, fades out when the contract is supposed to end.
Do you think it's been a more cost-effective solution?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think traditional recruiters and headhunters, I believe, only work if it's for a very senior like role, for someone very high up in the hierarchy, or maybe someone with a very specific skill set. Like, for example, if you're hiring a CTO, for example, you know, like that, I think that works for that. But for any sort of other role, I wouldn't even consider a headhunter or recruiter.
You recommend that businesses consider staff sharing, as in loaning out their staff, rather than, for example, assuming that they need to make redundancies?
110%, I think. In my opinion, this is the brilliance of the approach that the Hive has. At the end of the day, when you are actually able to not make that person redundant and bring down the cost of that employee for the company without having to like get rid of or lay off the professional, I think it's just a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer. I think it really is something that can be a game changer within the talent industry, and I think it also helps companies to together benefit from talent out there.
Thank you. And if people want to find out more about you and about UJJI, where can they go?
They can visit our website. It's UJJI.app, very simple. They can also find us on LinkedIn and on Instagram.